internet. So the other day, right, I posted that video about using your mental illness as an excuse not to do stuff. Well, after recording that video, I started thinking about what kinds of stuff should I be doing to help myself improve? What kinds of interpersonal skills do I need to learn? And in thinking about all of that, I realized that I have developed a ridiculous amount of methods for dealing with social anxiety. And so I thought I would come here today and tell them to you guys, the internet. Now, there is already a lot of information on the internet about this, but I found that most of that stuff is written by mental health professionals and not necessarily people who have social anxiety. So I am here today to lay down some day-to-day tactics for dealing with your social phobia. Could I sound more like a self-help video? I don't think I could. My first and probably most important tip is to always remember your self-worth. You, as a person, are worthwhile. You are worthy of respect and love, and this one problem you have does not define you. This is definitely an area that I've struggled with. Like, I would consistently think about, like, wow, I can't even talk to people. That's like one of the most basic human skills. What the fuck is wrong with me? I guess I'm a useless pile of garbage, and then downward from there. You're not a useless pile of garbage. Jackie Marten, 2017. No, you have an issue which you're eventually going to deal with. You're fine. On the other hand though, tip number 2, if you don't like who you are as a person, it's almost impossible to gain the confidence you need to deal with this. Like, if you don't like you, then it's gonna make it harder for other people to like you. Change the stuff you need to change to start liking yourself. Personally, changing my physical appearance made me a lot more confident. Like, I started wearing makeup and dressing how I wanted to dress, and all of a sudden, what? I kind of like myself today? Well, that's weird. Maybe I'll keep doing this. All the little stuff like that will eventually roll into like a big ball of self-esteem and it'll be great. Number 3, stop tolerating toxic people. There's a good chance that if you have this kind of anxiety, you're probably hanging out with some pretty shitty people. Like, you may be latched onto whoever paid attention to you and have just been hanging out with them ever since. This is a good time to evaluate how those people treat you and if it's worthy of you. There's a good chance that some of those people need to fucking go. And I know, man, I only have 2 friends, I can't get rid of one of them. Yeah, you can. And you will, cause you're better than that. I wish there was some way to, like, break up with your friends. There's no good way of going about it. I think you just gotta ghost them until they get the idea, and then you'll be freed up to make new, positive friends. Yeah. Number 4, start saying yes to things. If somebody invites you to go to a thing, go to the thing. Do your best, and then come home, maybe cry, regroup, and start again the next day. The only way to improve at something is to practice. I'm not even saying go out of your way and initiate. Just if somebody invites you to something, just go. Slowly but surely, it'll become less terrifying, I promise. Number 6, continue putting yourself in scary situations all the time. Wow, that sounds like a lot of work and very stressful. Dude, I know. But that's what you gotta do to grow and to learn. I recommend every day make one little goal for yourself. Like when I was in school, every day I would wake up and tell myself, okay, if somebody says hello to me, I will say hello back. And that would be my goal for the day. And again, slowly but surely, your social skills will get stronger and your day-to-day activities won't scare the shit out of you anymore. Number 7, in the moments when you are experiencing the anxiety, you are out in the world where the people are and your body is doing its thing and you're panicking. In that moment, take a deep breath and be still. Just deep breathe and exist for like 30 seconds. You will simmer down a little bit and you'll be able to make decisions more practically. Like, I remember back in the day when I would start to feel those feelings, I would kind of lose it and I need to go right now. And as often as possible, I would leave. But if you can push yourself through those feelings and stay in that situation, then you'll start to break the negative feedback loop in your brain. Sidebar explanation. The negative feedback loop is when you have some sort of traumatic or horrible experience relating to something. You then develop a fear of that thing. That fear then makes you avoid stuff. And then every time you avoid something, you get a sense of relief that you didn't have to deal with that thing, which then adds back into your original fear. So, breaking that feedback loop is really important. And unfortunately, suffering through your anxiety is just something you have to do to improve. It hurts, and it sucks, but eventually you'll be free. Number 8, when you start to have really anxious thoughts, Try to remind yourself of, like, reality. Falling into the downward spiral is really easy. Okay, I was invited to go to a party tonight. That sounds kind of fun. Oh god, but what if while I'm at the party I, like, say something stupid, and then someone points out that I said something stupid, and then everybody in the room starts laughing at me, and then for the rest of my life everyone thinks I'm an idiot, and then I'll never make more friends and I'll die alone. Oh my god. Yeah, when you feel yourself doing that, out loud say the first point connecting to the last point, and it will help you realize how kind of crazy you sound. If I go to this party, I will die alone. That don't make no sense at all. Number 9. Remember that this is not actually that important. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that your social calendar probably not super poppin'. You maybe don't do stuff as often as other people do. So when you do, you kind of start to build it up in your head as like a big event. And you start thinking about how this is your moment to figure things out. Tonight's gonna be the night where I kill my anxiety. And like, don't do that. Putting too much pressure on yourself in any one given situation is just setting yourself up for failure. Go there and have fun and try to work on your social skills, but in the grand scheme of life, it's just one day, and you don't need to kill your anxiety in one day. And the last 4 that I have are more like tricks than tips, so just kind of sprinkle these in where you feel like it. As much as possible, try to talk slowly. Jackie, you're one to fucking talk. I know. My biggest problem is that I feel like I have to get everything out as soon as possible or else no one's actually gonna listen to me and they're gonna stop paying attention to me right away. You know, when you talk fast, it seems like you don't value what you have to say. So you're trying to get it out as quickly as possible so you can shut up again. And people subconsciously pick up on that and kinda listen less, apparently. So if you feel yourself speed talking it, calm down. Next up, if you are like me and you have particularly sweaty palms, stick some Kleenex in your pockets. Then when you feel your hands getting sweaty, you can just stick them in your pockets, squeeze, squeeze, dab, 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 and then your hands are magically dry and you're not grossing anybody out. Ta-da! And my final tip, if you are at a loss in a conversation for what to say, just start asking questions. I'm not sure if you know this. Normal people actually really love talking about themselves. So if you can just keep finding things to ask about, people will fill the rest of the space. So there you go. Those are my main strategies for dealing with social anxiety. If you guys have any tips, tricks, or knowledge that you'd like to share, please leave them down in the comments below. And that's it for me for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Goodbye.